Hey guys, and welcome to Tech Reviews Live. Now today we're doing another hard drive related review, but it's something completely different than we've done in the past. This is a RAID controller device, external thing. Now the name of the device, I'm going to read off the box. Are you ready? So this is the StarTech.com 3.5 inch 4 drive E-SATA USB Firewire external hard drive enclosure with RAID. That is the name of this thing, which basically means it is a RAID box which can take 4 hard drives, done by StarTech. So inside, you see the front panel does come off, it hasn't broken. And then inside here, there's another thing to take off, which is the kind of the grill, we'll call it, the front hard drive guard. And inside are our 2 hard drives we have in the moment. Now, you can put up to 4 hard drives in this RAID device. And I kind of skipped ahead a bit. RAID, in case some of you don't know what that is, basically what RAID is it's the process of taking lots of hard drives, or in this case up to 4, and then making them appear as one hard drive on your Windows machine. So you'll plug it in and it will just show one massive hard drive, and it uses all these hard drives to make one big one. And there are different sorts of RAID. There's RAID 0, and 2 modes of that. Then there's RAID 3, RAID 5, RAID 10. That's all of them, isn't it? Good, I was right. I thought I missed something out there. And basically, each one of these different RAID devices has different benefits. So some of them use redundancy to make sure that if one of your hard drives crashes inside, you'll still be able to get most of the data back from the other 2 hard drives. Other different RAID modes add speed, so they mean if one hard drive crashes, they'll all go down, but you'll get a very fast hard drive. And then RAID 10, you get the speed and you get the, in case a hard drive crashes, you'll still be able to get the data. So RAID 10 is the best, and you can only achieve RAID 10 with 4 hard drives in here. And all this RAID information, I think one of the really good things, the manual that comes with it, worth having a look at, because it's a really, really good manual. I don't usually look at manuals, but for this one I did, and it has some really good information. They have to set it up perfectly, but also it does tell you detailed information about RAID and what one you should choose. So definitely have a flick through on there if you're unsure about it, no problem once you've read the manual, and it's a really short one as well, so it's good. Now, with the actual hardware, so to get in and out of the, so the hard drives are in here. If you want to pull it out, they don't come with hard drives, but you have to provide your own hard drives. But you've got these little flaps on here that you kind of pull down and it ejects it. And you attach these on yourself. So you get 4 of these in a pack. And they simply go on there. And there, so you can pull the hard drives out easily, which is a nice feature. So you just screw that into where you mount it usually, the mounting holes. And that means you can pull them in and out. And all you do to put it in is you simply, there's no rails or anything, there's rails inside. Just slide it in like so. And it's as easy as that. Yes, nice and simple. Now on the back, you're going to see a fan. We have an 80mm fan here, and you can choose out of 4 settings what this fan does. You've got 1, 2, and 3 speed settings, so depending on, just have it solidly on lowest, which is 3, or highest, which is 1. Or you can have an automatic fan setting, so when it feels the temperature's going up or down, it will increase or decrease the fan accordingly. So that's going to keep your hard drive nice and cool. I found the fan is a little bit loud. Obviously fans are going to have a volume, so you're going to notice a little bit of sound coming from this device. And you've also got on the back some of the ports. So on here we are going to have USB 2, E-SATA, and Firewire 800. This is the 9-pin Firewire. Now you've also got another port on the side as well, which is the Firewire 400, 6-pin Firewire, these 2. So you've got the 2 Firewire options. You've got E-SATA and USB 2. Now the E-SATA is the fastest port available, so that's one I'd recommend using if you have it on your motherboard. But USB 2 is going to work with everything, and some video and photography professionals prefer to use Firewire because it's quite reliable. So that's what you've got in way of connection. So it's nice to see they give you a range of different ways to connect the RAID enclosure. Now also, along with these ports, you do get all the cables you need to connect it up. So you do get an E-SATA cable, a USB cable, and a Firewire cables, which is really nice to see here. So you're not going to have to buy any of your own cables, they're all going to come with it. That's a nice little feature there. And on the back, finally, the last thing on the back in here is the confirmation button. So when you're changing the fan modes, which I'll tell you about later, and when you're changing the RAID, the RAID setup you want, whether it's RAID 0 or RAID 1, this is the OK button in here on the back, and you've also got switches to tell the RAID enclosure how many hard drives are in there. So depending on how the switches are, it says how many hard drives you have in the unit. Now you need a minimum of 2 and a maximum of 5. And the way that you change the RAID mode on this is simply by holding the mode button. Now I'm going to switch to a little video of me doing this because it's not plugged in at the moment, but I've had it on my computer, and you hold this RAID mode button for about 3 seconds and you'll see that the RAID, whatever mode you had it on before, will start flashing. You can then flick through that by tapping the mode button, and you simply just choose the RAID you want, hold down the OK button on the back, and then it will turn off. Now once it's turned back on again, it will be on the RAID setting you want it. Now that is as simple as it gets, guys. You couldn't change the RAID setting more easily, to be honest. It was such an easy way to do things. So no problems there at all. Same with the fan speeds. Fan speed is exactly the same way. You hold down the fan button, you scroll through them and you press OK. All done by pretty lights on the front. Now you'll see on the front as well, talking about the lights, this does have a light bar which tells you which of the hard drives are currently being read or written to. So you can just see, like, it's like activity lights basically, and they look really pretty. When it's all firing up you get a little light show, which is quite cool. And also inside, the final lights you get are little red LEDs on each bay, and that basically tells you if any of your hard drives are malfunctioning. If any of them have broken, you'll get a warning on here. When you turn it on, it won't start up and you'll get like an error light on here, and you can look inside and it'll actually show you which hard drive is being a bastard. So it's a really good, easy way to troubleshoot your hard drive, which is really handy. Now, as far as the RAID controller goes here, this is as good as any. It's fast, it's got your connections, it's easy to use, and it actually looks really good as well on your desk. It doesn't take up too much room, it's nice, nice sleek design, good lights, and it does the job, to be honest. It really does do the job. So you can get yours today from StarTech.com. If you have loads of hard drives knocking around and you want to put them to good use, then definitely RAID is the way to go. It's going to combine loads of random hard drives and put them into one big useful drive, giving you speed and redundancy in case one of the drives crashes. Going to give you a bit of backup security, stuff like that. Now I use this for backing up. I use it for dropping video onto. It's mainly just like a drop tank, really, just a massive collection of files. So if you think you could do with one of these, go visit StarTech.com today and see what they've got going there. So I've been Sam for Tech Reviews Live. This has been the StarTech, read it again. Here we go. The StarTech 3.5-inch 4-drive E-SATA USB Firewire external hard drive enclosure with RAID. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you have any questions, do email me at sam@techreviewslive.com. Follow me on Twitter at GRLSam, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Ciao. Ciao, what the frick am I saying? How embarrassing.